G'day folks, it's Rob here. The Fish and I thought we'd give you a bit of a quick update on what's going on with the aquaponics system. So these fellas here are doing really well. You can see they're looking pretty healthy. A little bit slow on the feed this morning. I spooked them just before, so they'll slowly knock it all off though. There's only half the amount of fish in there that was a couple of months ago. There's about 18 or so, and I've noticed some of the smaller ones have started to put on a little bit of extra size. So that'll be just because there's less competition in there. As for the water quality, we're still getting fairly high nitrate readings, and the pH is fairly stable. It's sitting up around about 6.8, 6.9 yesterday. I've been adjusting the pH, adding alkalinity by adding potassium bicarbonate, and it seems to stay up there a little bit longer. And I have noticed with the reduced number of fish in there, which means reduced amount of feed, the pH is staying more stable for longer when I do make adjustments now. Just basically the nitrification process isn't chewing up the alkalinity. Now, as you can see, there's a few bits and pieces here on the radial flow settler, which actually needs a clean out today. That's because I've been playing around with different siphon ideas. I was hoping to have a grow bed irrigation video brought to YouTube this weekend, but I've just had to help out with family, helping Dad, basically taxiing him to and from respite, and also doing some shopping with Mum, which is always great, spending time with the olds. So I haven't finished it off yet. I want to do some nice animations for the video that's going on to the guide, because I'll do two videos, one for the guide and one for YouTube. I just don't have the time to knock it all out in a couple of days basically, so that will be coming. But just to give you a basic look, plumbing up a U-siphon here, that was one is actually for a consultation I did with Patrick. So g'day Patrick, he's down in Costa Rica. Hooked that up for him just because of the unique shape of his system. He needs an external siphon, we think. And I also played around with the loop siphon as well. Got them running okay. The basil in here is being slowly eaten through. And yes, I do have that pesto video. I can't find the video files, but I will get it to YouTube at some point. I've been going through some of the parsley and salads and whatnot. This netted off bed's looking pretty good at the moment. We have a load of lemongrass up here that is dividing nicely. Really impressed with that. It's the first time I've grown it in aquaponics. A couple of green onions that pretty much all ready for harvesting, I think. Got some sage over the back there and some Chinese chives. And these guys here are refugees from the small system that I'll show you in a minute. This one got a really good prune back. I was actually going to pull it out, but it just bounced back with loads of fruit forming on it. They're just small little ball chilies, or capsicums actually, sweet peppers. We've got a few over here ripening up. One nice one down there. I actually want to take that branch off. As you can see, it's growing outside the bed, just try and get it a little bit more vertical. And I think we will leave both of them in there, just so we have some sweet peppers or capsicums all through winter, because we are in our autumn or fall at the moment. You wouldn't know it, it's been over 30 degrees for the past couple of weeks. Over the back there we have the black turmeric, trying that in the aquaponics, and as you can see, the grasshoppers are still getting in here. I haven't closed the net up probably as well as it could be. And all the little lettuce that was down here is slowly being picked out and fed to the guineas. We'll take a few more bits out and take it over to the boys, basically because they're all just starting to go to flower. We've taken out what we've wanted, and yeah, just got this stuff left, so I'll just nip these roots off so they don't break their teeth on the clay. Morning fellas, do you want some lettuce? I think you want some lettuce, there we go. Whoops, I spooked you, have I? Oh, you need some more chaff and pellets as well. So anyway, there's the boys. We've got Popcorn, we've got Ned, and I keep forgetting the other one's name. Geez, I'm hopeless. Bianca looks after them more than me. I pretty much will just call them the boys, but they're doing a fantastic job. They're keeping the grass down here. We pretty much will just move them every day. But that's enough of the guinea pigs. Oh, by the way, they're not food. A few people have asked us if we're going to eat these guys. Not these guys. These guys are refugees from a friend. So we're looking after them. We promised him we wouldn't eat them, but maybe when we get our property, we might get some livestock guinea pigs. We'll just wait and see. This bed here I let get away. Unfortunately, it's just full of amaranth. Just life has been a little bit hectic of late. So yeah, these guys do need to come out, and we're looking at putting some brassicas in there. Now things are finally starting to cool down. We'll get some broccoli and some bok choy and some cabbages in there. I'm eating well, trying to eat mainly fermented veg at the moment. So try and get some small red cabbage to ferment in there, and maybe some beetroot. So these guys do need to come out. We've tried feeding them to the guinea pigs, but they just don't like it. So this will be the next bed that gets renovated, and we'll plan it all out. We'll also get rid of the basil over there because I don't think we need any more basil. Just before we go upstairs, I wanted to mention that I do the consultations. There is a website, robsaquaponics.info. I'll put a link down in the description there. I do online consultations, and if you're local, I will come and do them at your place. I've done a number over the years, and people seem to be pretty happy with the help that I've given them so far. I've had no complaints. Because the site's based in America, it's $75 US. So if you click on that link down there, it'll take you over and explain what sort of services I offer. Also too, I do have that Backyard Aquaponics, a beginner's guide. It's an online interactive guide, $19.95 US. The grow bed thing, as I mentioned before, there will be a little bit more in-depth one being posted to there, maybe a couple of weeks down the track yet after I finish it. But yeah, it will be posted to there along with a whole host of other stuff, basically explaining what aquaponics is, how to cycle a system, basic components, and from what I've seen looking around, it's pretty much, well, the best value guide you're going to get that can take you from what is aquaponics all the way through to growing veg and fish. So suss it out if you're interested and new to aquaponics. But that's enough of me spruiking. We will hop upstairs and I'll show you my plans up there. You going to come up too, Jackie? Yeah, I think we'll go upstairs. Oh, just quickly. Yeah, we harvested a pineapple as well. It started to fall off that little stem there. So we've harvested that, and that's in the freezer now, ready to make some sorbet for Bianca and Kira. Just up here on our messy deck, we have just a little thing of mint here. We've got some native violets and rosemary cutting we got from Mum's place. And over here, besides a plant that shouldn't be in there, we have our little aquaponic system I got from John. Thanks again, mate. We bought it cheaply secondhand, and we want to set it up here on the deck. This is the one we're thinking about putting the rainbow fish in. And this little thing here is a flow-through grow bed. So what this is going to be is basically a wicking bed that takes aquaponic water from the pump up this end here, goes through the reservoir down the bottom. There'll be a slight reservoir with some sand wicks in it, and then it will flow through out into the fish tank again, and it will be filled with soil. And I'm not quite sure what we're going to pop in there yet. I would like to put in some lovely ginger. There's some of this year's veranda crop. So maybe summertime, that's what I put in there, but being winter, I don't know, maybe we'll pop in some wombok or bok choy or something like that, just some fast growing Asian greens, and compare them from growing in the soil to how they're going to grow in the media, which obviously needs to be filled up, and also to have a hole or two filled up with a bell siphon. Just a quick heads up for you folks who haven't subscribed. If you hit that subscribe button, when I do release that bed irrigation video, you'll get a notification pop up in your feed, hopefully. Fingers crossed if YouTube is working properly yet. Also too, B and I are about to head off to look at some more property. So that will be just locally, just to see if we can find anything that suits our needs. 40 acres plus for beef. We have a few other plans as well for workshops and things like that. So if you want to keep up to date with what's going on with that, Bianca and I will be posting a video where we sit down and chat about what we're looking for. So that'll be coming in the next couple of weeks. I'm actually doing a living off grid course. The course is basically little strategies you can use to help fund your off-grid lifestyle. Things like doing workshops, which I plan on doing anyway, and maybe Airbnb or high camp style stuff. So it's a fantastic course so far. Really learn a lot from Jamie. So thank you very much, guys. You might learn a bit about that down the road as well. Before I go, thank you to all you folks who do leave the comments down in the comment section. Caught up with a load of you this week, answered a lot of comments and questions. Thank you to you folks who've bought the guide to help support the channel. $19.95 US, link down below, spruik it a little bit more. And a huge thanks to you folks who are supporting us through the YouTube membership platform. Great catching up with you today. And also the Patreon site, Farm Your Own Yard. Yeah, we have a hangout once a month, or I try to once a month, and have a bit of a chat on what's going on. I do hope you're all well and happy and your own gardens are booming, and I'll catch you next video. Cheers folks, and happy growing.